Welcome to the Explainer. All right, let's jump right in. The 2026 dynamic between the United States and Iran is really shaping up to be the defining geopolitical chess match of the year. We're looking at a situation where the literal core infrastructure of global energy is serving as ground zero for some highly sensitive rising military tension. So we're going to dive straight into the facts on the ground and unravel the incredibly complex mechanisms driving this high-stakes narrative.
So think about this for a second. What exactly happens when the world's most important oil route becomes a military flashpoint? This isn't just some minor dispute over an isolated border or a small political disagreement. No, we are looking at a direct, immediate threat to the core infrastructure of global energy. It's a fast-paced, evolving reality, and the implications of what unfolds here, well, they're going to ripple out to essentially every single economy on the planet.
We're talking, of course, about the Strait of Hormuz. Right now, this spot is acting as the ultimate geopolitical pressure point. It's a vital economic artery that's experiencing, quite frankly, unprecedented friction. You've got massive, everyday commercial energy transport colliding right up against highly sensitive military posturing. It's this incredibly tight geographic center where two formidable military powers are operating in uncomfortably close quarters. It's basically transforming a critical global shipping lane into a highly volatile theater of operations. So, what's the immediate catalyst shifting these geopolitical tectonic plates? Well, it started with a really stark directive from Tehran. Iran has explicitly warned foreign ships and military forces to just stay away. And to be clear, this isn't some vague diplomatic suggestion. It's a hard, stated boundary aimed directly at foreign entities operating in the region. When you drop a warning of this magnitude into a critical global economic zone, it instantly rewrites the operational reality and the rules of engagement for literally every vessel navigating those waters.
What we're witnessing now is a seriously dangerous, symmetrical escalation. It's like a compounding feedback loop in a very, very confined geographic space. On one hand, the United States is deploying serious naval forces, we're talking warships and advanced drones, specifically to secure the area. But simultaneously, Iran is actively strengthening its own coastal and naval military presence. So you have two massive military apparatuses pushing more hardware, more personnel, and way more surveillance into the exact same narrow corridor that undeniably, absolutely increases the risk of a physical confrontation. But the true danger here actually lies in the overarching doctrinal clash between these two nations. The United States is operating with a very firm, stated mandate to protect international shipping routes, maintaining that freedom of navigation has to be secured at all costs. But that objective is on a direct collision course with Iran's established red line. Iran states that any unauthorized foreign military entry could trigger an attack. The operational boundaries drawn by both sides, they don't just overlap. They are completely 100% incompatible. Normally, when you have heavily armed warships and drones operating in the exact same waters, diplomacy serves as your vital safety valve, right? But right now, we have hit a total diplomatic dead end. Recent talks between the US and Iran completely failed. No agreement was reached whatsoever. So tensions have just increased even further, and the chances for immediate peace are severely reduced. When diplomatic channels collapse in an environment like this, that crucial safety valve just vanishes. It creates this sudden void where military hardware basically becomes the primary form of communication. Zooming out to the macro level, we are basically navigating a classic gray zone scenario. It's a highly sensitive situation where, thankfully, full-scale kinetic war has not yet started. But standard peacetime protocols, those have been completely abandoned. We are resting in this incredibly unstable middle ground. The tension is wound as tightly as possible without actually snapping, which creates a constant, exhausting state of hypervigilance for every single military asset and commercial actor involved. And in an environment like that, your margin for error drops to absolute zero. Any small incident could easily lead to a much larger conflict. I mean, think about it. A single miscalculated drone trajectory, a misread radar signal between rival ships, or even just a split-second navigation error in contested waters could act as an immediate tripwire. The extreme fragility of the situation means that an isolated, almost accidental event has the very real potential to ignite a massive, cascading conflict, literally in an instant. The entire world is watching very, very closely as these tensions continue to rise in one of our most critical global pathways. The situation remains fundamentally unstable, defined by overlapping red lines and heavily armed forces operating in dangerously close proximity. So it leaves us with one massive question. With diplomacy completely stalled and opposing militaries locking eyes across the water, what will be the spark that sets the Strait of Hormuz ablaze?